call me. Don't call me light. Pretty heavy these days, man. I'm way heavy. Don't call me. Don't call me bright. Wait a minute. You can call me bright. You can call me Bright Idea Records. Located at brightidearecords.com. Got some pretty good music there. Anyway, I'm JJ Styles, the owner of that website. Oh my. And that's my mouse getting banged around like a freaking... Ay caramba. It looks like my mic level's registering. That's nice. Oh! But my chat room window is very delayed. Yeah, I just got a white box. That's interesting. Maybe if I enter a message, it'll like do something. It'll refresh. I'm just gonna put JK because I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding with you. My chat room's fine, really. No, it's still just a white box. It's oh well, whatever. How's everybody doing? All right, that's cool. Right on. Yeah, it's a Friday night, and like St. Patrick's Day is a week away, so a week from now, people are probably gonna be like getting pretty drunk and partying their asses off. So, cheers to that, right? Anyhow, what else? Shucks, I don't know. I guess there's a Wild Wild West steampunk convention happening here in Tucson this weekend, and I would like to go. I went to the first one. I guess they've been having that Wild Wild West steampunk convention for like 10 years now at the old Tucson studios way out west, you know? And like I said, I went to the first one and had a pretty good time. I partied my ass off. Like for the first few days, it was just like steampunk Wild West shit, you know, constantly. And then on the Sunday, on the last day of the convention, like there were all these, like everybody had pretty much gone and caught their airplanes home, you know? So it was pretty much a dead zone. But there was still a final party at the hotel. I think it's called like the Arizona Hotel. Used to be the Ramada Inn way long time ago. But what am I getting at? I don't know. I was just outside smoking a cigarette and I saw like half a dozen punks like walking down the street, like strolling down the alley there, and I'm like, hey, what are you guys up to? Are you going somewhere? And they're like, no, we're just hoping to spange enough money for some beers. And I'm like, dude, they got free drinks in this party up here, man. This is a steampunk convention, and but it's all over. There's food, there's drinks, and there's even a hot tub. So yeah, that was pretty fun, man. Those kids were pretty cool. I don't know. I would tell you more, but it might be inappropriate. I don't know. So anyhow, yeah, I would like to do inappropriate things at the steampunk convention this weekend. They're having it at a different venue other than the old Tucson studios. I heard they're having it at the casino, man, over at the Desert Diamond Casino. That's gonna be badass. I wish I was there for that. Seriously, badass. Alright. But whatever, I got shit to do. I think I'm gonna try and pull a stunt. God damn, I got some noisy neighbors, I guess. Yeah, I say a stunt because, I don't know. It feels like that's what it's gonna take for me to get back into making SoundCloud recordings and, you know, or just regular recordings. I guess they don't have to be SoundCloud recordings. They could be audio.com recordings. That's like a new thing. Granted, I tend to only do audio.com uploads when I'm using Audacity software. You know, DAW. So, yeah. What about the SoundCloud? I don't know. I usually try to upload a few things every so often. And just ever since COVID-19 hit, man, like years ago, like fucking years ago, I just haven't really felt very musical. I haven't felt like partying. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like been a downer of a time period. It's not been very party. Like, I like to make music and play music during times of party. Either that or during times of just like bullshit. You know, like either that's what brings out the music party animal in me, are either just times of total ludicrous bullshit where you gotta go fucking say something or meet other people that feel the same way, because it's just like you can't believe that everybody in the country is into the same freaking retarded thing that like when the Patriot Act was happening, man, and all our rights were getting taken away, I kind of needed to find some people that, like, didn't agree with that. Because, like, you know, when your rights start, you know, like human rights, like citizen rights, when those start getting taken away, left and right, your rights are getting taken away left and right, left and right. Just like one after another. Yeah, you're supposed to freak out. Because, like, even if it's under the guise of protecting you and protecting national security, which is all that it was, a guise. I thought this spike was actually sharp enough to pierce this leather. It's pretty silly, I guess. Yeah, anyways. Either that or, like, fucking, yeah, party times. You know? I think when Obama was in office for those, like, 8 years, things were pretty party. Like, all my friends had cell phones. So I could, like, be like, hey, what's up? Where's the party? Right? And, like, you know, those cell phones, they had broadband. So I could, like, even hit them up on Facebook if they weren't, like, responding to their SMS or voicemails. That's a pretty party era. 8 years of, you know, cell phoning people. I mean, you can still do that now. Like, there's plenty of people that still have phones that didn't used to. But I'm just trying to say that was like the beginning of that. But it doesn't even matter if you have a free phone these days, if you ask me. Like, I've been saying on the stream repeatedly, over and over, that, like, my cell phone is more useful to me as a camera these days. Because just, like, ever since the COVID lockdown... God damn it, this ain't sharp enough either. Maybe I should just give up on this idea? I don't know. I don't, the gloves that I used for the JJ Styles, banner? I think it's called banner. On the SoundCloud, you know? Yeah, those gloves fell apart a while ago. I just wore the hell out of those, Rector brand skateboard gloves. And, trying to recreate them in, well, at least a little bit reminiscent of those at any rate. But yeah, I really think it's stupid though that I've been stuck in this mode. It's like COVID's been over a long time. I don't think too many people are dying from it anymore. In fact, I heard that, like, if you get COVID, you should eat a lot of eggs. That, like, eggs are the magic cure to fix you and save your life from COVID. Like, and you're not even gonna probably get your life threatened by it these days because the virus has gotten so small and so insignificant. Like, sure, you gotta wear an N95 mask to, like, filter it out, but at the same time, it's so weak, what's the point in even wearing that mask, right? Like, when I got COVID, it sucked. It lasted exactly 14 days. That was exactly, like, 1 year ago. Yeah, man. And it was a pretty weak strain at that point. It's weakened even more from all of the, you know, vaccines. Like, I guess that's what happens when the bug infects people that have a vaccine. It gets weaker. You know, it like devolves. Whatever, man. You know, it's stupid to be stuck in that mode, that lockdown mode. That's not who I am. You know? Granted, I've been putting off fixing my car for a while. You know, just staying home and, you know, drinking, staying at the studio and drinking. I'm like, fuck it, I don't need a car. What do I need a car for? Nah, I'd rather get drunk right here. Yeah, whatever. Who knows what I'd rather do? Because unless I'm in the middle of an activity, I don't really know what it's going to be like, right? So who knows what I'd rather be doing right now? Maybe I'd rather be at that steampunk convention. But then again, what if it sucks? It doesn't seem very likely, though. I mean, it's at the casino. And the theme, I heard that the theme was the 20s. Like, you know, 20s. 2, 0. You know, like it's a comic book con kind of thing scenario, but it's more like a sci-fi con kind of thing, because it's steampunk and like the theme is the 20s, the decade of the 20s, but you can take it from any century that you want, I guess, is the idea. It sounds wacky, right? But hey, that could be fun, you know? If you want to be the 2020s, just wear a goddamn COVID mask, right? Yeah, I guess so. You know, and it's still, though, it is a very recent thing. You know, the COVID thing, it really isn't over. I mean, it is. It is. And that's why I'm trying to pull off a music stunt. I'm trying to shake myself out of that mode. But at the same time, like, look, okay, I went to TwitchCon back in October in San Diego, and like COVID was a major issue at that con. Like, everybody was supposed to have a mask on at all times. You know, it didn't have to be an N95 mask, but they wanted everybody to have like a doctor's mask or whatever you want to call that thing. That, you know, one of these fucking one of those. Yeah, I still got mine. Yeah, I still have some in case of emergency, I guess. You know, and like you couldn't get into the TwitchCon unless you had like a test, you know, like a COVID test that said that you were not positive for the virus. You know, so it's like you can't really blame me for still being stuck in lockdown mode when you're getting hassled by ignorant bullshit like that, right? Making me feel like as if it's still relevant. Like, it's not even fucking relevant, man. Like I said, if you catch it, it's probably not gonna kill you. And, you know, if it is gonna kill you, well, you better eat some eggs. Alright, eggs, that's right. I hear that's the magical cure. That's what the scientists figured out. After a lot of fucking research, that's what they determined. Yeah, eggs. Go figure, right? I'm not making this up, people. Yeah. So what would a musical stunt entail? I'm thinking like, if I'm gonna contribute some recordings to the internet or whatever, I'm thinking like a nice goal would be 24 songs in 24 hours. And the reason why that's a nice goal is because, for one, if I pull that off, that would be epic. That would be awesome. Alright? But even if I don't, okay, number two, even if I don't, right, plan B, I should still probably end up with a bunch of new songs to upload. Like, let's say I only meet halfway, you know, that's still 12 new songs to upload, right? So that's pretty cool. So even if I fall short of my goal, it's still gonna be like a nice, hopefully a frame of mind changer. You know what I mean? I'm serious, folks. I'm serious. I mean, I'm tired of this whole lockdown attitude. I've had it. I've had it with I've had it for 3 years, first of all, this lockdown attitude. And I've also had it with having it. I'm through with it. I'm fucking done. It's over. It's so over. Eggs. Okay? Eggs. That's all I have to say. If anybody says, but what about COVID? From now on, I'm just gonna reply with eggs. Eggs, motherfucker. Eggs. Get over it. There's nothing to talk about. Eggs will literally, like, help your immune system. That's the thing that's got me kind of curious, too, is like, okay, so if eggs work on COVID, if they increase your immune system or whatever, making you less susceptible to the bug, right? Well, then what about other bugs? You know, hypothetically, I mean, I'm not really a biologist. I'm more of a high school dropout, okay? I did get an education in computer science, but basically, you know, shit, man. Just about any kid is good on a computer or a video game or what technology. Isn't that the stereotype? Oh, yeah, I had my son fix my Windows 95 computer. He's such a computer wizard. Oh, he's 5. Yeah, blah, blah. Like, that's like the stereotype, right? Well, I mean, shit. You know, I kind of went with it because why not? So you can still be a dropout and be a computer scientist if you're anything like me, just adept at video games and computers and crap. I think adept means like having a natural inclination, right? I'm thinking of those adepts like in a role-playing game, you know? Like the physical combat martial arts adepts. But no, I think it means having that natural inclination. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know shit about biology. I don't know how they figured this out. I heard there was like... I'm hearing all this secondhand. Like, I really don't check out the news much because the news freaks me the fuck out. A lot of things freak me the fuck out these days. But, no, I heard that apparently these scientists, they knew about the eggs. Like, they'd done the laboratory studies. They figured it out, right? And so what happened? What happened? Well, I guess they let it leak to, like, their friends and family. They wanted to, like, they're calling from work going, "Hi, honey, how are you? Oh, that's good. How are the kids? Oh, still at school. Oh, right, it's early. Sorry about that. Don't mean to confuse you. I needed to talk to you, though, because, hey, do we have eggs? We should get some eggs from the supermarket. Yes, eggs. Chicken eggs. You know I love eggs, darling. All right, look, nothing's weird. Ah, goddamn women. Intuition. Blah, blah. All right, look, check it out. Eggs fight off the COVID. Pass it along. Bye. See you after work. You know? That kind of a scenario, I guess. So, like, I guess there's several conspiracy theories. Granted, it's not really a theory if it's actually real. But, yeah, conspiracy theories about why the price of eggs went up, like, around the time when Cardi B was, like, blogging about it or something, or streaming about it. I don't know. Vlogging about it? I don't know. Look, it's just the price went up. Price hike. The demand went up, and therefore the availability decreased. So you're having lots of shortages on the eggs. And like, what? I mean, this is old news. Okay? This is old news. And like, I'm literally the last link at the bottom of the chain, like getting in on like the very last trend of 2022 here in like what, March? I don't know. Like, it sounds to me like the scientists were tipping people off all throughout, you know, 2022 or whatever. I don't really care. I'm just glad that they conducted some good research. You know, it's too bad they couldn't maintain their confidentiality. You know, what do they call those? NDACs? Or the disclosures, the non-disclosure agreement. Anyhow, that might affect their ability to get hired in the future. But on a personal level, I don't give a fuck, whatever. I'd probably do the same thing too if I had, like, friends and family that were more important than my job. Like, I can't really say that I do. Like, when it comes to making music for Bright Idea Records, when it comes to making uploads for SoundCloud and what have you, when it comes to just rocking the fuck out, yeah, I could keep an album release a secret. It's damn right. There's nobody I have to tell. Fuck no. I'm like an international man of danger when it comes to Bright Idea Records. Alright? I can put a lid on it and keep it on. Damn straight. What the fuck? Why do I suck at this? I used to be really good at putting spikes through my leather. Why am I so out of practice? Go figure. It don't make any difference. I'm still gonna rock out. I just gotta get the guitar in my hands, the microphone in my general face area, the drumsticks, in my hands, like twirling around and junk. Motherfucker. Why does leather have to be so thick? Whatever. Maybe I should abandon that gimmick. Man, do you know how many SoundCloud accounts those gloves are on? I'll bet you don't. Because I don't. Probably like all 8 of them, I bet. Maybe not the first one. I don't know. It's tough. And I was just listening to the first one earlier because I was jonesing for that Modest Mouse song. We'll all float on alright already. We'll all float on alright. See, that's what I didn't do on that recording. I didn't do the background vocals. I think I had intentions of doing those. Because like the backup vocals are like, it's almost like they're shouting, all right. Well, the singer is just kind of like, softly singing, like the way that song is. Just kind of a soft little number, to make you feel okay when you're having tons and tons and shitloads of bad luck on like a daily basis. For God knows whatever reason. But yeah, man. And then everybody's just shouting, you're gonna be alright! So I neglected to put that part in the recording. I feel, in hindsight, in retrospect, I suppose it's okay. It helps add uniqueness to my cover. But at the same time, I do like that part of the song. I really should have done it. It just would have required like some multi-tracking, overlaying some, just another round of backup vocals. That's the thing though, when you're making like a goddamn cover song. It's like every time that you have to add a new track to a multi-track, it's like 5 more minutes of your life gone that you'll never get back ever again. You know what I mean? Seriously. And if it's a song like Black Number One by not Sisters of Mercy, not Bauhaus. What's that death rock band? Typo Negative. Yeah, man. If it's like Black Number One, it's more like 10 minutes of your life that you'll never get back if you have to like multi-track. So sometimes after you've had had to re-record a guitar track because, like, your hands have carpal tunnel and wrist tendonitis and trigger finger, and you can barely get them to open and close because they're either locked closed from the trigger finger, or they're just like wide open and limp because they've got pins and needles from the carpal tunnel, you know? Or maybe you're just falling asleep because you took too many pain pills from the massive amounts of pain the wrist tendonitis has given you. For whatever reason, you had to do like a few guitar tracks. It happens. Until you get surgery, that is. But I digress. Yeah, every like I pretty much like to do a cover in one take. That's what I'm hoping to do, because if I'm gonna do 24 songs, they might be originals. I might have a couple originals that I want to get done. I'm not gonna like limit myself to strictly covers, you know. But hypothetically speaking, if you will, all right. Hypothetically, if I was gonna do, you know, like a cover an hour would basically be the goal, a song per hour. If you're supposed to do 24 in 24, right? Well, then I would most certainly hope to do guitars, bass, guitar, drums, and vocals, like those 4 tracks at a bare minimum, all right, individually, and preferably one take on each track, because, you know, like, think about it. If you record a track, that's like 4 minutes. If you review the track, that's 4 minutes. 4 times 4 is 16. So if I was lightning fast, I could like maybe like record and review in 32 minutes and still have 28 minutes left for, like, you know, the next cover. But then what if I gotta go to the bathroom? What if I need to make a new drink? What if I get a phone call? That's gonna cut into my time, and then I'll end up rushing to get the next cover done. And I'll probably end up having to complete a new one in like 15 minutes, because I swear to God, if I'm going to do 24 and 24, I ain't going to cheat. I ain't going to slack. I'm going to try to actually do it, unless I literally fall on my face, like asleep, you know, just exhausted. In which case, I hope that, you know, maybe my streamers would like call and wake me up at 520 Army Tap, the video games and more phone number thing, because shit, man, if I crash, I'm probably not getting back up again without a phone call at the very least. I mean, just saying. God damn it, I'm so close to having this. Look, do you see that? You see the metal right there? No, because it's too dark. I'm telling you. Look at that. Look at that shit, man. You see that nail? It's poking right through. Right there. Or it's not a nail, it's a screw. I almost got it. Why doesn't it just go? I can see the whole thing. Motherfucker. Yeah. But yeah, I guess now I've given a better description of what I'm hoping to do, right? So does it sound like a stunt yet? Does it sound like some kind of a magic trick? Am I going to be like a street magician or something if I pull this off? I don't know. Like I said before, I don't really look at it as a stunt. I just look at it as like a dare. I'm daring myself to get out of COVID lockdown mode once and for all, you know, whether it's appropriate or not. Like, I don't think anybody's needed a Vax card to get into a gig, like a show, in a long time. Like, that was a thing. I had to get I never got vaccinated, okay? But, like, I had friends that would loan me their Vax cards. It's a thing. Plenty of people do that, okay? And basically, I'd get into the show using somebody else's Vax card. But I don't even think that's been a thing in a long time, like a year, right? So it's nothing to concern yourself with anymore. Oh, I just remembered a technique I used to use with this fucking thing. I just remembered how I made the rector gloves as awesome as I did. That's right. How could I forget? Here, let me flip this inside out. This should... I don't know if I have to do inside out. I just got to get a screwdriver. That's what really helped. I just remembered. Are you kidding me? There we go. Wonder how this upgrade's going. Still upgrading, cool. But yeah, now I remember, I kind of used to screw the screw through the leather. That was the way I did it. It's all coming back to me now, like riding a bicycle. Or something like that. Except there's no pedals involved. Let me put that down. Yeah. This ought to help. Don't call me white. Don't call me white bread. Don't call me right. Don't call me right wing. I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, I heard there's flying cars now. Or maybe like flying bikes. I don't know. They're like quads, like those drones. But instead of like being a drone, it's more like a car. That sounds pretty awesome. You know, I was talking about that kind of shit on Video Virus back in like 2007. They called it a molar car. And hello? Hey there. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Okay. Bye-bye. But yeah, as I was saying on Video Virus, I was reviewing the molar. It's kind of like a molar tooth, but I think it was spelt with an E instead of an A. Anyways, and that car was supposed to be costing like $500,000. It was like a concept car, a flying car, you know, like basically, I think they made like one. They manufactured like one actual molar flying car, but like it was news that I cared about. Fucking flying car, man. Way to make life like Blade Runner, right? So what? Well, I guess now it's a doable thing. If you got the money, you got yourself a great big flyable quad that you can get inside of and like fly back to your evil villain base, like your mad scientist laboratory, etc. Because, you know, it's always going to be a bad guy, a villain that has that kind of shit. Because good guys, they always have, like, the ability. You know, like they're either an alien from another planet, like Superman, or maybe they got bit by a spider, like Spider-Man, or they're just one of those run-of-the-mill mutant types, you know, that can, you know, maybe they got a big cybernetic suit because they're like a boy billionaire, or what have you. And like, bam. Bam! Pick your nose with that. Huh? Ooh, that works pretty good, actually. But yeah, if you're gonna be like flying around in a flying car, you're gonna have to be a villain. It's just the way it works, man. Villains always got the gear, the tech. It's true. I don't make the rules, and they always have a layer where they keep all the crap. Like Batman is the one good guy that kind of lives like a villain, you know, and like that's just because of the way he was raised, I think. Uh-oh. Man, all these spikes really get in the way sometimes. Well. I think I can do this. No, I'm gonna ruin my coat. I gotta go, guys. If I do this musical stunt, I guess I'll be back in a bit. I don't know, because like I said, I'd like to pull it off if I'm actually gonna do it. And, well, I'll probably need some help staying awake if I do. Alright, check you later. Be safe in your flying car, okay? Remember, don't fly drunk, okay? And if you think you've got COVID, eggs, motherfucker, eggs. I'm telling you, eggs. Egg. When I was a child, I was so well fed, I was smothered with affection.